What hurts you?
Here's our new segment in Harmontown called "What Hurts Pete Holmes."
Are you happy, Pete Holmes? Are you coping with happiness, or are you living in terror of? Shut your fucking phone off. Are you living in terror of like? Are you addicted to worrying? Are you just happy?
I go through peaks and valleys just like everybody. I would say I'm content that I can find. I'm happy to report that I can find a way. I found a way that even when I am depressed, there's a part of me that can sort of embrace the snowed-in, cozy quality of a sad period, if that makes sense.
Can we try like a simulation? I'm going to try to see, okay, this is the season 4. I'm going to be HBO. I'm going to call you.
Yeah, all right. Hello?
Do you guys want area mics on this one or no?
Hello, Pete.
That was funny.
Pete, it's HBO.
Oh, hey, HBO. How are you?
Hey, we got Susan, we got Michael, we got Damien, we got Leopard, we got Liz Baum, we got Lep. And from marketing, we got Toby, we got Timothy, we got Tom Nom.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, going left from right, the pronouns are he, she, they, he, she, he/she, whatever you want. They, say that. No, I'm kidding. I'm not lumping that in. That's not fair.
Wait, is the bit over?
Wait, sorry, what? What?
Sorry, I was just wondering.
We're all here. I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so listen, I love this season, love the characters, love the stories. Oh my God, we're over here. I was just telling Damien from marketing, I'm like, I was just in the farmer's market. I'm like trying to buy peaches, and the guy won't stop talking about Pete Holmes. He's like, I'm like, can I get this peach? And he's like, did you say Pete?
Farmers marketing department?
Just sharing it with you. Sorry, you're breaking up.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, this is Tom Nom. I got to cut out for one meeting.
Okay, no, it's fine. That's fine. He's got to go. He's going to Aspen. Okay, he's got to go. Oh, Tom Nom's going to Aspen. Oh. So, Pete, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, you're breaking up. So we want to tell you, we just got off the phone with everybody at HBO and Universal, and we just want more crashing butt. We just want to get on the same page to talk to you about some thoughts. So the character of Pete, like, I never talk about anything. I never say anything. I just go with whatever you want. I was having lunch with somebody yesterday, and I said, I love crashing.
It's like someone put the alphabet in a hose.
Sorry, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Are you ready to do season 4 of Crash?
Are you going to tell me it's not happening and then I'm supposed to be sad?
Oh, God, if they would ever tell you that.
Hey, guys, sorry, can I cut in? This is Toby. Tom Nom just died in a car crash.
Oh, God.
Who?
Oh, we liked him.
Tom Nom.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Pete, sounds like Tom Nom died. No, I can't even remember what I was. There was a thing behind my bit that was like, I wanted to actually like,
Tom Nom is dead, you guys.
I can't remember what my actual thing was.
Well, him dying makes me sad, yet there's a part of me that is appreciating just what it's like to sometimes be sad.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, I think it was just like a sort of like, I know this is an exaggeration, but like, listen, Pete, HBO.
We fell back into the bit.
Yeah. Like, I remember what my point was.
I see.
Tom Nom's body is still warm, you guys.
Pete, Pete, are you there? Pete, it's me, Marsha. I own everything. Pete, are you there?
I'm breaking up.
All right. But my question is, like, what if is there something, because we're talking about happiness. I'm saying, could anything rattle you? Could anything make you upset?
Oh, yeah. I get rattled for sure.
Well, then what do you do?
I mean, it sounds glib, but I really do try to enjoy everything. Sometimes I'll say to Valerie, like, I'm just being angry for fun. I want to let her know that I haven't like lost control or something, but it's fun to like rant or talk about how you didn't get what you wanted or how sad you are or how hurt you are, what somebody owed you. You know, all this like fucking drama.
It's like playing a character, yeah.
It is. And it sounds a little glib, but I do try to look at it like a character. I'm like, look at fucking Pete doing his Pete thing. I wonder if Pete will ever get out of this.
Joseph Campbell talks about that. He talks about like the idea of having 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Well, it is a very spiritual idea, meaning it shows up in all of the myths.
Like you're a rodeo clown. You're like, oh, look at me. Like, yeah.
Well, I think everybody, some of this is addressed in my special Dirty Clean, which airs this Saturday. But I thank you. I do think we all relate to the idea of like kind of being behind our eyeballs, like being consciousness. And we know that, but then this consciousness is sort of stuck in these molecules, stuck in the shape of a human body. And everybody's always looking at you and going like, hey, there's a man. And you go like, I'm a man. and you sort of like, this is an Alan Watts line. He's like, you're behind your eyeballs and the rest just dangles. Just sort of dangles down here. And like, this is a Pete Holmes line, and you go like, I want that Diet Coke. Send the arm. And you like give it to us, and you drink it. So you are, it's not really that woo-woo or strange to say you are consciousness. I don't think that is a deeply religious or mystical idea.
Do you ever have these moods? They never last more than 30 seconds with me, but do you ever, honestly, like, you're walking around and you go like, what if I was God? What if, let me finish. What if everyone else was also God?
Yeah.
And then do you ever, like, how long are you able to, like, keep that crunch going where you're, like, the UPS guy and you're like, hello? And you're like, wink, wink, I get it. We're both God.
That's enlightenment. That's what enlightenment
do you ever
is.
maintain that for more than 15 seconds? Because the UPS guy is bringing some piece of shit, and you're like, this isn't what I ordered.
No, I do it in bursts. A guy on the 10 today cut me off, and he did it in such a dick way.
And you're like, there's God.
A blue Honda, right. But that's what I did.
What else would God drive? Yeah.
He's driving his blue Honda, and his windows are down, and he really almost hit me as he, and it was unnecessary, and he just got in front of me. And I didn't honk, because I'm like, I'm trying to build a narrative. One of my favorite quotes is "Hate is a lack of imagination." So I want to hate this guy.
Oh, I love that.
But that's a lack of imagination.
Who said that? What's that?
It's actually, I think it's like a proverb from a people. It's not like a person.
That's fucking amazing.
Give it a Google.
Hate is a lack of imagination.
Isn't that beautiful?
You haven't bothered to think yet about how to not
That's right.
be pissed off.
I've added to it. I think hell is a lack of imagination.
That's fantastic.
I think that's my little addition to it. So this guy, I'm trying really hard to go.
You're like, okay,
that's gone.
Be imaginative.
He's just playing his part. Free will's an illusion. We're all just operating in this system of synapses, and all of this is just one thing thinging itself. And there's that thing. There's that part. And now I'm interacting with it, and how I react is my choice, or the illusion of my choice. It's up to you. So I didn't react, but then someone did exactly to him what he just did to me.
Yeah.
Like cut him off in the exact same way.
To him or you?
To him. So someone's cutting off Blue Car God. And Pete God is watching Blue Car God. And that person I'm actually watching, and they're not doing it super aggressively. They seem to be doing it more out of need. Blue Car God honks,
right.
Actually speeds up trying to make a collision,
Yeah.
it looks like. And then changes lanes with his windows down and is honking at the person, trying to get their attention to yell at them. Like,
And
fuck
now
you, fuck you, fuck you. And now I'm trying to box him in because I don't like Blue Car God anymore.
That's all outrage. It
just bothered
me.
me.
I just was a good person.
That's what
and
I
you're
mean.
a shitty person.
The grace that I showed him, he didn't have for someone who just did what he did.
Right.
But I mean, what are we gonna do? Some gods are assholes.
Well, that's right. Like the actual Zen spot, you have to not only. It's not about stacking sandbags. Those will be overcome by the flood. You have to actually arrive at a version of this that is proofed against infinity. Because
I actually think it's simpler than that. The brain wants a click moment, like Lego pieces of rationale. My ego wants a story that goes, well, he's probably late to something, and therefore it's justifiable in this like 2018 American driving etiquette
But
standard.
do you have to empathize then?
No. You don't have to do any of that. In fact, the answer is way beyond your reason, and it's beyond your it's trans.
You just accept. You're like, it's not my job.
It's not even
to think
even
about
that's
this.
a thought. It's trans-rational, which is one of my favorite words in the world. It doesn't
Sounds gross.
It's not rational at all. It doesn't require any effort. One of the reasons why people aren't more loving is because it takes all this effort. You have to like
Trans-rational.
be loving, but you can actually opt out of the whole game and just go like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My favorite, you talked about Zen. My favorite Zen thing is what in this moment is lacking.
Yeah.
So I'm telling myself this story about what's fair and what's unfair and who's an asshole and how he should have learned by how I was nice to him, he should be nice to somebody else. When really, all of that's over. It's just become a story that my brain is telling me that's causing me suffering, when if I can just do nothing, not think, but surrender and just go, and yet, here we are. Nothing's wrong in this moment. Nothing's wrong. Your brain is just telling you stories that create your suffering.
What do you think it is about us that makes us then, because that seems so perfectly logical and it would make us all live longer.
Right.
Why are we?
We're addicted to it.
Why are?
It's pleasant.
Because the individual primate
Well, I think
gets more dopamine from alarm in the immediate sense, right? Or I don't.
That's an interesting idea.
Is it like you get rewarded as a monkey for going?
Well, it's the
There's something wrong.
It's the highs and lows. This is Ram Dass. He talks about the dark night of the soul is really when you realize that you're going to lose the highs and the lows of being a part of the
makes you
human
panic.
drama. Yeah. No,
My
the
therapist
first step
told
to
me,
enlightenment.
she said, so you may, I'm like, look, I had a major corporation accuse me of pedophilia. They investigated me. I'm like, I'm done. Like I've gone through all of these things. I quit my Twitter account. I've got, for the last year, I've gone through all these things. And I arrived at this story with her and she goes, so you're happy now? And I go, yeah. And she's like, what? Sorry, what's that sound? And she's like, you're going to walk around for the next 5 years. And she characterized it as this thing that I keep thinking of. She goes, when you get up from a bar and you're like, where's my phone? Where are my keys? That's your relationship with comfort and happiness. That the human animal, as a primate who survived this long, all of our DNA, the reason we're here, no matter how chill we are, we owe our fucking lives to the amoeba that was like
panicky.
That was like, we should change.
You're fucking right.
Ain't good enough yet, brother.
No, you're absolutely right.
And dead men tell no tales. So every fucking chill squirrel,
gone,
done.
Yeah.
And every fucking like thing that led to us was like especially us, and you is like climb a branch, cling tight, scream at the top of your lungs.
Right.
There is a leopard coming.
Right.
And if you scream it loud enough at the right time, you will get laid.
Yeah.
And if you're wrong, if you can convince someone a leopard was coming, you'll still get laid. That we invented anxiety and alarm because of a beautiful thing about our species, a beautiful thing, which is we don't want no fucking trouble.
Yeah.
We don't that is.
But the one that could imagine trouble and then prepare for it. The problem is my therapist always says, it's a bell curve. You want to have just enough. He's like, paranoid people are right. That's what he says. He's like, you're absolutely right to be paranoid. And this is his language. I hope you're not offended by it. He goes, you just don't want to be its bitch. That's what he says. That's the difference. He's like, all of those things that you're worried about could happen. One of the things about being human is learning how to reconcile with that reality and live concurrently.
The tough thing is though, is so we wake up every morning, we turn on our phones, we have this app, and the app says, here's everything that happened to every fucking human being across the planet, which includes everybody. So this is how many 19-year-old black men got shot by police. and they didn't deserve it, and all these things happen. So you get this fire hose to the face.
Yep.
And so the toughest thing of all is you go, well, wait, so I'm supposed to do what? And I'm supposed and you get bifurcated at every instance. Like your ego, which should come out of bed fully baked, like rising like a beautiful souffle. I don't know anything about cooking. This metaphor is bad. The souffles aren't for breakfast, and that's not how it works. You're just saying you should have this kind of like whole thing, and it's like you wake up in the morning and you pull out your phone, and your phone is so. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing because we don't want to. Your phone is now giving you this information that you didn't get when you were a fucking regular ass primate.
Yeah.
Which is like somewhere right now, someone they just found their children's bones under a doghouse, and the Justice Department says they should go fuck themselves.
Right.
You have no, like, Prince Guatemala like had to leave his palace, and go, what's with that guy over there? And then the people are like, he's got the flu, and he's like, well, then I'm gonna be a religion. Well, great. Like, I guess hip hop was easier back then too. But every 13-year-old now that can read, the first thing they read is actual misery is happening. I don't know what.
But
I don't. So Pete Holmes. So what are you going to do in season 4 of Crashing?
But it's your feed might be misery, but the truth is we could also just be reading entertainment news. We could just be doing Sudoku. We could just be reading fiction. It doesn't have to be. I'm just saying.
No.
I think what's going on is
we're drawn to it. I don't mean to imply it's being forced upon us.
No, I didn't think you were. But misery is one of the avenues that you can choose, and maybe it's good to know what's going on in the world for sure. I think what's been perverted is we're addicted to thinking. We love thinking, and we think thinking about things is important. And
I
think the brain has taken over our being.
The human brain is a terminal.
The servants become the master.
You get to choose. Like basically, we're all
and it's an addiction, and it feels good to think about
everything.
Things. Yeah,
and we are all choosing at an individual level something that actually we should be proud of.
Right.
We should forgive ourselves for. Which is that if you pump all information about human misery and pleasure into our brain, we will choose to focus on the misery.
Yep.
And we will choose to figure out how to react to it the best way we can as children, which is we will swing our toy fire truck at it. We'll be like, then fuck you.
That's right.
I hate badness and I want goodness. I don't want Lucky Charms. I want Golden Grams.
Right.
Like we don't know what else to do.
Right.
We're children as a species. What species should be expected to deal with all that information?
I agree. I actually, I would argue that it is certainly partly a bad thing. It's hard to talk about because I can't represent everybody in the room, and I know a lot of people would say that you need to know what's going on. I tend to opt out of as much of it as I can.
All I know is that opting out has led toward my happiness, but I'm not so naive as to think that means that everybody should opt out. That's all I know right now as a 45-year-old man, that I was making myself and other people miserable. Yeah. And that I deleted my Twitter and my Facebook, and that I got happier. But I absolutely keep in mind the fact that that's not the third act of a story about being happy.
Right.
It might be the first act of a story about taking responsibility. I don't know.
But the point I'm trying to make, because we all have social responsibility, and we do want to know about young black men being shot, which was your
Everybody,
example.
Come on. We all want to know about it.
Well, we need to know to keep people accountable.
It's the new Marmaduke.
I, Pete Holmes, do not endorse that joke. But what I'm trying to say is take the misery addiction out, which it can be. Most people are going to replace it with something else. And what I'm arguing for, what brings me a lot of contentment, not necessarily happiness, but a lot of contentment and a lot of equanimity, is practicing being. And we're getting robbed of that, whether it is from just doing crosswords or reading entertainment news and not any of the serious stuff, or any fucking bullshit, or watching mindless, endless television. This is just feeding your ego, feeding you with anxiety and stress, because I think we have an ego addiction as well. We want to know who we are so we can know, oh, I disagree with you. This is why racism is so popular. This is why transphobia is so popular. This is why misogyny is so popular, because we're feeding just...
You're gonna a faster path to finding out who you are.
But not...
If there's articles that say, like, hey, this transgender bathroom fucking thing happened, you're going to click that faster than it's like, here's everything you've ever not wanted to know about blue whales. There's
right.
like all this information.
That's what I'm saying. You get a rush. Your ego gets a rush going.
You're like, I want to know who I am. I want to know who I am.
It's tribalism. It's a lot. It gives a good feeling of identity. Even the rage. You go, well, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And your ego goes, here I am. But when I said earlier, it seems like we're so far away from it. What in this moment is lacking? And I felt like we shared a nice moment of like, here we are. That's what's missing from equanimity, peace, and contentment, and joy, and bliss. And it has very little to do with my fucking phone, which I don't turn on until after breakfast.
Yeah, well done. I'm having these crazy dreams lately because I'm spending way more time on my screen than I ever have, and it's fucking me up during the night and having like terrible weird dreams. But like going on stage and doing comedy.
Yeah, you know what I call looking at Instagram before I go to bed?
What?
Casting my dreams.
Exactly.
It's fucking bullshit. Do you realize how every primitive culture, what a value they put on your dreams and what a glimpse into your subconscious and meaning they were? And now I'm dreaming about fucking an episode of 24?
God, can you imagine if you're
our
a caveman
humanity
and
is...
they'd be like...
Dude, I was thinking about that today. You gave one primitive person a phone. Of course they'd look at it. It's not your friend. I'm sorry, I took over.
No, that's where
it's not your friend.
It's where I was
That's
going.
why you're here.
But like people ask me do you get nervous when you walk on stage? I'm like, that's the least nervous I ever am because that's the most present I ever.
That's right.
I'm walking on
Look
stage.
Look at us. None of us are looking at our phones. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it's like being in a room full of people and like getting the call and response of talking and laughter or the silence of thoughts and stuff like that. Like that's the most pure thing of my day. And then you walk off stage and you go, what
that's right.
What do they say about
and
it?
And who fucking cares?
Who
it's
gives
so
a
stupid.
Shit? Yeah.
Dude, we've figured out, we've all sort of woke up about food, at least a lot of us have, that a lot of food is made by corporations that don't care about you, that just want to make you addicted to food. That seemed to be something right around Super Size Me. We're like, oh, they just want to make you want more of it, so you just buy more of it. It's just capitalism, right? We're starting to figure out the same thing about your phone, that the colors on your phone trigger things in your brain that make you seriously addicted to it because those were colors that were important to your survival. Red doesn't belong in that way in fucking Snapchat. It's making something happen in your brain that was designed to keep you alive. And it's the manipulation of that in the same way that MSG is addictive or sugar is addictive. These colors and these lights
but there's a
and these
part of it,
feelings
like
are
everything
addictive.
that tastes good, though, there's a part of it that works really well. I mean, the advent of smartphones and everyone being connected, the dropping of shame veils, the idea that you could be in Iowa and talking to someone in Wyoming means that, trans people, gay people,
yeah, that's right.
That you nerds like who can propel Marvel empires to empire status, everyone can suddenly just go hey, fuck what the 150 jagoffs at my accounting company think. I live in the real world, which is on my phone, which is the more real than this shithole, which says that actually I think Robert Downey Jr. is a great choice for Tony Stark, and I fucking sign off on that, and I upvote it, and you feel vindicated.
Yeah. It's Billy Elliot in your pocket.
And then it has this horrible downside, which is also across town in a basement, all the Nazis going hey, oh shit, I'm not the only 38-year-old virgin. Fuck Jews. Swipe right, on hating Jews. Oh, I love hating Jews too. And everyone, the shame barrier drops, and you got a bunch of human brains going I'm not ashamed. I love my voice. I'm talking now.
Right.
But I think
I would argue you can do all of that with your phone on grayscale, though.
Oh yes. No, I know that.
Which is an option. It's very easy to do. It's under accessibility. And you can make it a triple-click shortcut, if you want to use your map or something that you think requires color. My phone's on. I have a lot of Pete tips to get off your phone. And color is a huge one. It does drain your battery a little bit faster.
Go to Pete Tips. Go
to PeteTips.net, full color page, explaining.
I'm nothing but a supporter of Pete Tips, but I also look at myself at 45. I feel like the reason I'm into Pete Tips is not because I'm enlightened. It's because I actually I feel beaten and I feel like the Onion Knight in Game of Thrones. He cut my fingers off. I'm cool. Like that. And so I feel pity for the average 19-year-old out there. It's like, these old enlightened people telling me turn on grayscale.
Yeah, do that later. I did that when I was 38.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
But
I get it.
But
you got to be somebody before you can be nobody.
That's by being somebody we mean being part of the Borg cube. That's the
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not going to raise my daughter to be. Fuck that. Be like me from the beginning.
When are you gonna
nonsense.
When are you
Dude,
gonna let
I was
your kid
in my
touch
basement playing fucking Sega CD 12 hours a day. That's all part of it. It's not a flaw. Leaving the village to come back to the village isn't a flaw. That's what gives life a pulse. You have to have that. You have to have your fuck up period, and I'm grateful for it.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna. That's the biggest thing about me when I think about having kids. I'm like, I don't know. Because I wouldn't know when to let the kids start touching a fucking Black Mirror.
You mean watching Black Mirror?
When do you? Because I go out with friends and they're like, there are good parents and bad parents. None of my business. There's some people they just go. Their kids sitting there and they're like, I'll have the omelet, and their kids like, Pepper Pig pot. And some of the parents go like, you're being a little piece of shit and you need to fucking chill out, because and I recognize that because that's my upbringing, right? I have all this anxiety because my mom would be like, you don't talk like that in Target, and I'm like, ugh.
In this new store, Target.
It makes me well behaved, but does it make me a misogynist? Does it? Who knows? And then you can hand the kid a fucking black tablet and go watch your fucking Peppa Pig. And then I watch parents go like the kids 2 years old with their grubby, greasy, disgusting little fucking crayon fingers. They go their brains aren't formed. It's an abomination to me. I watch with my other eye. I go
you should totally have kids.
I'm sorry. I'm enjoying this conversation about the whether the House won the election, but I couldn't help but notice that your disgusting larva child is, in spite of having no linguistic or motility, that their finger is fucking knows how to tap and swipe, and have you seen this? The parents are they go no, Danny, no, because Danny knows how to swipe and tap and turn the volume back up, and the parents are like, what did I fucking tell you? I give you the iPad. The whole point, I told you to watch it on mute, and the kid's like, bah, bah, bah. They got broccoli hanging on their face. They don't have language yet. And it's if they keep talking, the cops could come in and go sir, you can't talk to a baby like that. And they're like, well, I'm just trying to, he knows what he's doing. And then they start talking, and then the baby's like, whap, whap. They fucking know how to airplay more than adults do. You haven't seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
The babies, but my girlfriend's sister, it's she's one of those limited screen time. You don't. What are you going to do? You have a 2-month-old kid. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm not an authority.
You're going to play it by ear, you fucking cocksucker.
No.
You're going to raise a serial killer.
No, Val and I feel really, really stupid when we say what we're definitely going to do. I'll tell you that we have a strong preference that the child will not look at a screen. I've heard 6 until they're after 6 or whatever. I'd like to see if we can go longer.
To 18 would
18,
be Jesus
20,
Christ. How about
25?
like sequester them, see how they would vote.
Cliffhanger!
What? All right, come on. All right.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to Harmontown.
That's a 2-hour show, I guess. We just talked for 2 hours. That's what it means.
That was only 2 hours.
Would you please give it up all the way for Pete Holmes?
Thank you very much.
You can check him out on You Made It Weird. Dirty Clean premieres on HBO Saturday, December 15th, and season 3 of Crashing returns Sunday, January 20th. Is that correct?
That is right.
Pete motherfucking Holmes, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you to Zach. Also, Zach just told me a lot of the beats that you hear that we play on the show and that we play pre-stream is by a band called Paradox by Parallel. Go buy their record. They're awesome. And also, I want to thank just personally a guy named Cameron Drake from NYC who gave me an awesome book called I Was Ramir and a beautiful DVD. Thank you. Let's give it up for Zach, for Church, Nolan, Chris, Levy, Brendan, everybody here at Dynasty Typewriter. Your game master, Mr. Spencer Crittenden. I'm your comptroller, Jeff Davis. Your mayor, Dan Harmon. Drive fast and take chances. Zach, turn it up. Thank you all. Awesome for you to come.
Yes, LP. Luke Pack, the group that rocks fresh. LP. Luke Pack, the group that rocks fresh. My New Year's resolution, persistent and no confusion. To break MCs in half, they rhyme.